Hey, real quick, have you noticed something strange happening with XRP lately? While everyone's chasing the hype around meme coins and AI tokens, XRP has been quietly making waves behind the scenes. No flashy headlines, no influencer buzz, just steady, silent moves that are quietly changing the game. What's wild is that this was the coin people had counted out after the SEC lawsuit. Everyone thought XRP was done for. But surprise, it's not just surviving, it's thriving. And not because of retail traders either. We're talking major institutions quietly loading up. Big banks are already tapping into the XRP ledger, using it behind closed doors, while most people still think it's irrelevant. What we're seeing now might be the biggest stealth comeback in crypto history. This isn't based on theories or speculation. It's backed by hard numbers, real-world usage, and serious money flowing in. In this video, I'm diving deep into why XRP might be the only cryptocurrency built to actually generate long-term generational wealth, and why hardly anyone is talking about it. Trust me, by the end you'll see XRP in a whole new light. Let's check out some quick numbers. Bitcoin is currently sitting at $108,817, down roughly 0.75%. Ethereum's in the green at $2,661, and XRP, it's still holding strong in the number 4 spot, currently priced at $2.30. Meanwhile, the entire crypto market cap is sitting at a massive $3.45 trillion. We're in a good spot right now, and if you missed the earlier video today, you need to check it out. BlackRock just dropped a bombshell. There's huge news surrounding an XRP ETF, and that video is blowing up fast. And don't forget, tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern, we're going live. Make sure you join in. In fact, here's a replay of the earlier clip because it's that important. Take a listen. The topic: a shared investment philosophy between Bitcoin and gold. Both are globally recognized, scarce, decentralized, and have a fixed supply. What makes them so attractive to investors is their independence from traditional systems and national-level risks. Gold may have a longer history and lower volatility. But Bitcoin, it's built for the digital age. It's portable, efficient to store, and can be moved across the globe instantly, with almost no fees. So when you stack all of this up, and bring XRP into that conversation, it's clear, we're not just watching another coin. We might be witnessing the rise of the most underappreciated asset in crypto right now. There's no doubt about it, Bitcoin brings some major advantages to the table. It offers significantly more upside than gold, and arguably carries less downside risk. And when it comes to investing, people don't have to choose one over the other. Different investors have different strategies, and many are choosing to hold both assets. And here's the big reveal. This isn't just talk. This is exactly what giants like BlackRock and other financial institutions are doing. They're not just planning to allocate capital into Bitcoin and crypto, they've already started. Let's not forget how this narrative has evolved. At first, these institutions dismissed crypto entirely. They told the public to stay away. In some cases, employees could be reprimanded just for mentioning it. Fast forward to today, and now those same institutions are openly saying crypto, especially Bitcoin, has one of the biggest upsides in the entire investment world. They're even putting it in the same league as gold. That's not a small comparison. It's massive. One of the biggest themes we're covering here, and it's gaining momentum across the space, is about interest rates and how they'll shape the future of this bull run. Jerome Powell and the Federal Reserve are at the center of it all. There's growing pressure from major figures including top U.S. housing and finance officials, and even former President Trump, urging Powell to start cutting rates. We were going to dive into a full article about it, but honestly the page was flooded with ads and froze the screen. So we'll skip the clutter and get straight to the point. If the Fed cuts rates in June, this bull market could stretch well into 2026, blowing past current projections. We could see Bitcoin surpass even the most bullish price targets. XRP, same story. It's set to exceed expectations if the momentum holds. But if rate cuts don't happen, this cycle could wrap up by the end of 2025. We're talking about price predictions of $175,000 to $225,000 for Bitcoin. And the longer this runs, the higher the profits go. Again, this isn't financial advice, it's just basic market behavior. The truth is, sometimes the path really is that straightforward. Bitcoin doesn't need to do anything fancy, it just needs to stay on course. The current support level is hovering around $105,000, and from there it's likely to keep climbing. It's like a train that's picking up speed with every station. Oh, and one last cool bit, did you catch that Ripple recently made a donation to the Bitcoin conference? That's a move that shows how intertwined these major players are becoming in shaping the future of digital finance. Honestly, I'm not even sure what Ripple is trying to say with this move. Are they taking a jab at Bitcoin? Maybe, maybe not. It's hard to tell what message they're really sending here. Still, hats off to Ripple. They know how to stay in the spotlight, even if it's at a Bitcoin event. What's surprising is that Bitcoin maximalists haven't stormed the stage and tossed the Ripple display out the door yet. But in other big news, GameStop just made a massive move by buying over 4,710 Bitcoins. Let that sink in. Do you think GameStop is paying attention to what BlackRock and other major institutions are doing? Here's what's really going on behind the scenes. Bitcoin is becoming incredibly scarce. There's a huge supply shortage on public exchanges, and even over-the-counter OTC desks are running dry. Miners can only produce a limited number of Bitcoins at a time, and institutions are snapping them up faster than they can be mined. Once the OTC supply is gone, and big buyers still want more, there's only one place left for them to go: public exchanges. And when institutional money hits the open order books, it doesn't trickle in, it devours everything in its path, sending prices into the stratosphere. Now let's talk about a moment that's getting a lot of attention. David Sachs gave an incredibly powerful speech recently, laying out how the US government is starting to take digital assets seriously. We don't have time to cover the entire speech, but here are the highlights you need to know. Just 2 days after that event, the president signed a Week 1 executive order to position the US as a leader in digital asset innovation. That order didn't just encourage growth, it went further by banning the use of CBDCs, central bank digital currencies, ending Operation Choke Point 2.0, and forming the president's working group on digital assets. Then in March, things got even more historic. The administration announced the creation of a strategic Bitcoin reserve, officially treating Bitcoin as a US reserve asset for the first time ever. That's a massive shift. On top of that, the White House hosted the very first Digital Asset Summit, marking the moment crypto was recognized not just as a fringe idea but as a legitimate rising financial industry. There's also been a wave of action across various agencies, with rule-making efforts picking up speed to lay a regulatory framework for the future. And as we get ready to dive into the topic of XRP and the road to generational wealth, keep this in mind: with numbers like these and moves of this scale, the game is changing fast. What was once considered speculation is quickly becoming policy, and if you're paying attention, you'll see just how close we are to a full-blown financial revolution. Stay tuned. The president recently made a bold move by revoking the IRS's DeFi broker rule, which had complicated things for decentralized finance users. On top of that, he also rolled back SAB 121, a regulation that previously stopped banks from entering the Bitcoin custody space. The Department of Justice, too, shifted its stance, ending its regulation by enforcement approach. That outdated method involved cracking down on crypto companies without giving them any clear guidelines to follow. Under Gary Gensler's leadership at the SEC, countless crypto founders were encouraged to just come in and talk, only to find themselves ambushed by enforcement officers instead. Let's be clear, this conversation isn't just about Bitcoin. It's about the entire digital asset space and what's unfolding around XRP and its potential ETF. Right now, Bitwise already holds over 109 million XRP in an active exchange-traded product, ETP.